All right, so now we're going to talk about how to get a metal sound. When I think of metal, I think of bands like Judas Priest, Metallica, Pantera, Slayer, Black Sabbath, lots of distortion on the guitar. Right now I've got kind of an AC/DC-ish rock distortion. A little bit of distortion, not too much. I've got the gain around 3 on this amplifier right now. So the first thing we can do to get a metal sound is simply add more gain. And let's see what that does. Now the gain is around 7. We can even go further. Let's crank up the gain even more. Now, not only can we add more distortion from the amplifier, we can also mess around with the EQ a little bit. Metallica, for example, is famous for what they call scooping the mids. They take the mid-range and go back. So they have very little mid-range. So turn the mid-range control to the left. And that may sound something like this. The mid is here, back that off. So now the mid is around 2 or so. Okay, we're on our way to getting a cool metal sound. We can also get a lot of distortion with a distortion pedal. So I've got one sitting in front of me here. If I step on the distortion pedal, I get even more distortion, of course, and it sounds like this. That's a real heavy sound. Maybe that's too much distortion. So I can try and blend the amplifier with the pedal. So maybe I want to back off the distortion on the amplifier a little bit now. Could sound something like this. Now I've got the gain around 6 with the distortion pedal. So I've got a lot of distortion right now. Now, one thing that can happen when you have this much distortion is the guitar can feedback wildly. Not in a good way, though. Sometimes feedback is cool, but I'm referring to this out-of-control sound. You may notice here, get the camera going down, I've got a noise gate. And what that does, it eliminates the sound of all of this distortion, all the unwanted noise when I'm not playing. So if I take off the noise gate, here's how much noise I have. Can you hear that? And sometimes that can be a problem. Right now I'm playing at a pretty low volume, but imagine if you're playing really loud volume, you'd have a lot of noise right now. So if you don't have a noise gate, what you need to do is learn how to control all this noise by turning the volume down on the guitar when you're not playing. Things like this. 2, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. So what I did during the space is I simply turned the volume off. If we were playing at a loud volume without the noise gate, I'd probably get a lot of squealing if I just left the guitar wide open. And that's one thing that drives me crazy personally in band rehearsal situations, when you start getting that wild, high squealing feedback. It's not a good kind of distortion. So you really need to be aware of this and know how to turn the volume down on the guitar quickly so that you don't get that painful squeal going on. Otherwise, a noise gate is a great solution for that. Okay. Okay, so there's a little info on how to get a metal sound.